Hello, it's 3:27 in the morning. I was up at 3 a.m. and I discovered how to get up this early, initially from a video I watched by Sadhguru, in which he talked about how to need less sleep by eating less. I was fascinated. I was like, need less sleep? And he was saying, you can have less sleep by just waking yourself up, drinking a bunch of coffee, and getting all nervous. But really, then you're going to be exhausted at the end of the day. You're going to need more coffee. How to need less sleep by eating less is fascinating. So he said that in general, in the Western diet, we're just consuming too much food. We actually only need a certain amount of food in order to gain the nutrients that our body requires to function. And so by eating too much food, by eating, more than we require, what's happening is that our body is having to expend energy processing the food that we don't actually need. And so some of the energy we could use for other things in our lives is being taken up. And I thought this was interesting, so I began to try just eating one less meal a day or eating smaller meals. I tried both. And I found that what works for me is to eat one less meal a day, just to eat a smoothie at lunch. So that really works for me. But I also found, as I was experimenting with this, that that wasn't the only thing required for my body to need less sleep. One of them is to go to bed earlier. And the reason why I feel like that makes it such that I need less sleep is that I don't get exhausted. I don't try and squeeze the very last bit out of each day. Therefore, kind of like going into my body's reserves. I sleep as soon as I'm tired enough to sleep, in which case, I haven't sort of bottomed out my amount of energy for the day, and I can bring myself back up fairly easily. And I think, as you get more and more exhausted and you get deeper and deeper into your body's reserves, it kind of takes longer to charge up at that point, and then these upper sort of realms of energy don't take as much time to regenerate. So in my case, because I never go down there, I just kind of regenerate more rapidly. So another dimension of what has helped me need less sleep is that I eat at least 2 hours before sleeping. So that makes sure that I'm completely digested, my food has been completely digested by the time I go to sleep. Because something that I was aware of even before watching the Sadhguru video is that if you go to bed with food in your stomach, then you're having to expend energy while your body's trying to rest, digesting. It actually takes your body energy to process food. And so by going to sleep when you're still digesting, your body's not able to fully rest during that period of time. So far we've got eat less, so that your body's not expending energy processing food that you don't really need. Go to bed early, and go to bed on an empty stomach. Now there's another dimension of my current practice that I think is valuable to share, and that's drinking magnesium right before bed. It's really good for the body's chemical functions in so many ways, the nutrient magnesium. And one in particular is that it really helps the body relax. And so, because you're able to relax more readily right before bed there, it helps you get into a deeper sleep faster. And, so these are some of the things that I've been doing. And, I went to bed, for example, at 8, and I got up, like I said, at 3 a.m. And I find it is so amazing. And you can be super, super productive when you get up that early.